In this episode, we explore Arizona's Highway 191, previously known as Highway 666 and sometimes called the Coronado Trail, because apparently it is the approximate route that Francisco Vasquez de Coronado took sometime between 1540 and 1542. Come along as we check out the nearly 1,200 turns of this scenic Arizona road.
Episode of Harry's Garage. Today we're driving a 1988 Porsche 911. Obviously this is not Harry's Garage. We're taking this out camping. We did that 3-week honeymoon camping trip, but we haven't done any other camping trips really in it. We've done a ton of road trips. We stayed in hotels, we go visit people, and we have fun with it, or we do a day drive up in the mountains with it. But I haven't done another camping trip, and it's been eating at me. I've been dying to. So we loaded up the front trunk of the car, the frunk, with backpacking style gear. And right behind us is sitting a cooler bag with some beer and ice and whatever food needs to stay cold. And we're heading up into the mountains, so it should be a good time.
Good?
I think we're good.
My packing job is okay.
Yeah, we're just making sure there's no sharp things or really heavy things that will be a projectile. Because when you hit something in the front suspension of this, they can come fly up and hit the hood and dent it. So I've already got bad enough paint on the hood.
We've now hit dirt for the first time on this trip in Condor. With no ground clearance, even navigating a puddle can be interesting.
Water crossing.
And then randomly, after a little bit of dirt, look at that, we're back on pavement. Tim is checking to see if the car could even make it up this little pull-off and what's at the top before we even attempt it. Looks slightly treacherous for the basically no ground clearance that we have, so we'll see.
But what I'm trying to show you is we're sitting in the front of the 911. There's our fire. There's this very big full moon right up there. At least within a day or two, the full moon. It's that good. Are you sleeping here?
It's 7:30 and I'm ready for bed.
Yeah.
Well, you found a good camp spot. I like it.
We did. It's cool. So. This is actually not far from a paved road though, because they built a paved road all the way down here in the middle of nowhere, and I'll show you in a minute, assuming it's still there. They built horse corrals and some fancy looking stuff, and then the economy collapsed in 07 or whatever that was. So I think there's one house built. Maybe it's the developer, or somebody's lucky and they have one house in an entire development. But So as you can see over here, not to fake you out entirely, we're not super remote. There's a paved road right over there. We just drove up a little bit of dirt road to get here. With the car loaded down with camping gear, it's even more lowrider than normal, so it's not great, but beautiful spot down here. Today we're off to do Highway 666, the Highway of the Devil. It's now called Highway 191 though. I think people kept stealing the sign, so back in the, I'm going to say 60s, but that's probably wrong. They changed the name to Highway 191, but it's amazing. Great drive, great motorcycle road. So I'll touch back with you in a little bit here.
To go look at the little, I don't know what you
failed
call
community,
it. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it down there.
A stock trailer with like cows and stuff was coming out of here, and then about, I don't know, what would you say, like
200 yards
yeah,
or something behind this stock truck.
It's a little short-legged dog, and he's just running after that truck like he needs to go with them.
Yep.
Now we're coming back. The truck's long gone, obviously, and he is still on the road.
He's made it a
going
mile
up
before
with,
we saw him, at least.
And yeah, so he's
poor little guy.
Oh, don't run over. Hey, bud.
Where are you going? He's way ahead of you. No, it's okay. Don't.
He's got a job. He's like, nope, this is my job.
Yeah.
Dad,
I'm gonna get around you, buddy.
Dad left.
You should turn around though. If I see your dad, I'm gonna send him back for you. Oh, get out of the road, though, buddy. I know it's not a busy road, but.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Majestic. He's ready to go to Continents. That's why you get the Continental package. You put the tire in a hard paper mache, maybe it's fiberglass case on the back, and then people know you're not just some weekender. The Continental. You know?
It's genuinely old people in it too. It's not.
Oh no, it's bluish, whitish hair. Got the old Arizona plate. The faux convertible, so you and I, because we're car people, know that's not a convertible, but everyone else,
because everyone luxurious,
sees that cloth top and goes, "Guy got a convertible? Hank got a convertible? Are you kidding me? And a Continental package? Doing well, I see. Doing well. Oh, Hank."
Out of the 3 restaurants in Alpine, literally 3, we chose the Foxfire. When we walked in, we were greeted by the dog, so that automatically made me like it. And the owner of the restaurant was in the midst of a music lesson with a local little girl. That's small town charm. If you ever find yourself in Alpine, check this place out.
just having fun.
Yeah.
For this late in the year, this is great. Less people on the road. I'm sure a lot of people aren't coming out.
Yeah.
We hardly saw any bikes at all until like recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the
All those
group of
bad ones were going
Harleys
through
and then 2 other bikes or 3 bikes total. That's all we've seen.
And mostly it's hunters. It's deer season right now.
So
So
is that why everybody's camped?
Yep. But normally when I've done this road,
And four-wheelers.
never a truck, never a quad or any of that, just because people come out here and explore like on venture bikes or 4x4s, but it's rare. This is so far from Phoenix or even Tucson that there's so many other places to check
It's
out.
really
before you
far
get
from
it.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Far from San Diego, yes.
But it was worth the ride, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is epic.
Awesome.
All right, you guys have a good
Have a
one.
good rest of
Thanks,
your
you
trip. See you.
All right.
We were now on the lookout for a campsite for the night. The first one we found was up a pretty good little dirt hill. Keep in mind the 911 is a manual with no low range, so the hills can be a bit of a challenge. But Tim always impresses me. It had a large open area at the top, which clearly got a lot of use. We ended up not feeling like this was the spot, so we took some pictures and decided to keep looking. The second spot we checked out was an actual campground, and it was almost vacant except one other camper. But neither of us are big fans of campgrounds, so we decided this would be our backup if we didn't find anything better. I think this is going to be our camp spot for the night. I think the Porsche can make it up the road with some careful spotting.
It's my happy and tired face.
We made it to our camp spot for night number 2.
Such a good day. Like, just so many great roads. Ran into some cool people on motorcycles and chatted with them for a while. But it was just perfect. Every time you get behind a truck, you know, within 2 or 3 miles, they pull over and wave you past.
Yeah, it's a really pretty road.
Yeah.
And the time of year that we're doing it in is, I mean,
That's awesome.
at least the weather we're hitting right now is just perfect. It's so pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. I've driven plenty of other good cars, but there's something special about this thing that it just seems to kind of know what you need.
Yeah.
And what it needs to do to hold on.
You really like enjoy the experience of driving because you have to pay attention and you're part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, we ended up in Alpine for lunch at a cool little restaurant.
Yeah, it was cool. So we go into this place for lunch, and I look over, and we saw a dog laying there, and I heard music, but then the music kind of stopped, and I realized, oh, that's that dude playing guitar. But it wasn't playing guitar for us. He was giving a guitar lesson. He was the owner of the restaurant. And so he's sitting there teaching 8-year-old girl, something like that, how to play guitar, and in the restaurant. And then we sat down and ate, and he goes, oh, we'll be done soon. We just got ukuleles, or? No, it was mandolin.
Mandolin, yeah.
He said, we just got a quick mandolin lesson left. So then he taught the 8-year-old girl how to play a few riffs on the mandolin. He says, all right, you got your guitar and your mandolin assignment. Practice these, and we'll see you next week. And then she's walking out. He goes, unless you want to come back tomorrow. So you can tell that he doesn't have a whole lot going on. Yeah. But so yeah, now we found our own little pullout, and it is pretty nice.
stopped at, or rather drove through, the Morenci copper mine. It is absolutely mind-blowing. The scale just does not seem real. It is one of the biggest open-pit copper mines in the world. It first opened for operation in 1872, and it is the largest producer of copper in North America, with over 380,000 tons of copper being produced each year. The bighorn sheep like to hang out here too. This is Clifton, just down the hill from Morenci. They are so close they are often referred to as Clifton Morenci. Old Morenci has actually been swallowed up by the open pit of the mine, so Clifton is now the only historical area the two towns have. Clifton was, you guessed it, a mining town, settled in 1872, the same year the Morenci mine opened. Sadly, the little town is now in pretty rough shape and there isn't much going on. The San Francisco River runs right through town and has been known to flood. There are some pretty gnarly floodgates as you leave town. Well, that's it. Here's the map view so you can get an idea of where in the state this road sits. Oh, and on our way home, just outside of Clifton, we ran into this traveling duo. We had to stop and say hello. Pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed the sights of Highway 191. We sure did.
I'll try and do a map, or you can try and do a map.
Yeah.
If I can't figure it out, but what do you think?
I didn't throw up.